fun. Do, 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 do. Namaste. Imagine if I talk like that. Actually, I may get there one day. You never know. Hope everyone's having a wonderful Friday. Okay, let's get into it. I have no idea what we're going to be discussing today, but I have a little bit of a feeling it's a big deal. Heavy blockages. Yeah. Take it if it resonates, and if it doesn't resonate, do not worry. There will be a message ahead that will probably resonate. Private readings, whitneymoonshine@gmail.com, 123 on the clock. Email me if you feel like having a reading. Okay. If not, just enjoy it. Right off the bat, we have greed. Very disturbing. Pull the alarm. Hanging in the jury, 7th house. Libra with Venus. Okay, so the exact way I'm going to read this is that Spirit has found out about somebody being greedy. Map change. Communication. Pride. Okay, so somebody did you dirty is what I'm getting. And all right, you want to use the Godfather cards. All right, so this is family. This is definitely, it resonates, but this is most likely going to be family related. So Spirit is pulling the alarm. Something in their eyes disturbing has happened, okay? Chariot in reverse, Magician in reverse. Happiness in family, 10 of Cups upright. Knight of Pentacles. 3 of Swords in reverse, and the King of Wands in reverse. Okay. Kind of getting a little bit of a picture here. So this Magician in reverse makes me think that you're dealing with somebody who is kind of like a master at their craft. Like they're obviously... What? I just started hearing that song by Bush, Bone Driven. Bone driven. See, we're taking our life. Okay, so I just got a little download. You had somebody do magic against you, so then they could have some type of happily ever after with this dependable, trustworthy man, which makes me think that a woman fucked over another woman to get a man because they were greedy. They didn't want to wait. Yeah, because okay. Something happened. And this is obviously from like multiple lifetimes coming in. You met up with somebody in this lifetime. And obviously you had some type of power over them. And they were supposed to kind of, I don't know, like work for you, pay you in some way. They were supposed to be kind of be like your servant. Okay. But in a 2020 world, you know, like, so not slavery by any means, but maybe they were supposed to help you, you know, maybe they were supposed to here as an employer for you and give you benefits and extra pay and stuff like that. But they didn't want to wait for anything. So they decided, okay, well, I could totally play by the rules like I'm supposed to, or because I'm greedy, I can push my way to the front, take this bitch's man, break her heart, because nobody cares about that bitch, because she didn't want to go out and get a man herself. The man she was given was this like fat, low energy, probably impotent man, sat on his ass, didn't give her any attention. So she took your man. Oh my God, I didn't even realize this. On the bottom of the deck, we have the Queen of Wands. Oh, I don't know if you've ever seen The Godfather, but this is the part, like, I'm pretty sure, like, right at the very end, where that's the sister, and she is about to poison the, I mean, he's been a family feuder with them for a while. She poisons them with the cannolis, and she's literally watching him as he eats her poison. Okay, again, the King and the Queen of Wands are here, which means this was your match. Okay, 7:12 on the clock. This was your match. This was not their match. Okay, so on the bottom of the deck, we have the 8 of Wands with sudden change and movement. And then the King of Coins in reverse. So I feel like there is some type of like manhunt that started, okay? To find this guy, right? Like if you're single, know that you're single for a reason. The universe has been trying to find your man that this greedy person took, because they didn't want to wait for their own. And I mean, it's an analogy, which means it's not exactly how I say it, but it's somebody didn't want to wait for something, so they took yours. And now you haven't had something for this long because they didn't want to have what they had. They wanted more on the side. You know what I mean? Like, oh, you want the cake and you want to eat everybody else's as well? Yeah, okay. Okay, they really thought that that was just going to work out for them because they were some type of fucking genie, okay, that was able to slip this person out from underneath you. Now, I'm not saying that they actually married somebody that you were supposed to marry, although that's not far off, but it is showing that they could have taken marriage and that contract away from you, so then they could have it, you couldn't, and it didn't really have anything to do with, you know, who you were supposed to be with. It was just that was your contract and your karma that you were supposed to be able to have to use when you met somebody that you wanted, that you liked. Like, what the fuck? There's the Emperor right there with order and power. This is what I mean. Somebody power tripped. They busted boundaries, you know, and they should have understood the role, you know, that not everybody just goes from, you know, like delivery boy to CEO, okay? Like there are steps in between, you know, there's steps in between. You can't just take something, but when you're greedy, okay, and you have this skill, okay, that allows you to do things, then yeah, this person will feel very entitled to use their powers for evil instead of good. And like, that's really weird because usually it's one of those, you know, I don't know, you don't really, a lot of your powers that are given to you are for other people. They're not for personal use. They're to help others. You can use them to your benefit anytime you want, but it's not like how you use them with other people. Okay? So there's strong opinions, 5 of Wands, and then the World. So this person, they had something to say about your life, and they didn't want to wait. They wanted to just go. Okay? And they were willing to hurt anybody to get there. And there's the Knight of Swords now in reverse. Like, that's a battle and an opponent with the Ace of Wands underneath. So this person battled you, and I don't even think you knew what the fuck was going on. And they were, trying to kick the shit out of you. And just constant battles. Everything you tried to do, they're just going to push you out of the way and take it. Push you out of the way and take it. And they've done it time and time and time again. Okay. So with the Ace of Wands, new beginnings. Okay. There are new beginnings for you now because of how this person jumped into your boundaries. They jumped into your life and just started taking things as if that's the way we do things. No, if anything, this is a barter system, bitch. You take something, you leave something. Okay. High Priestess in reverse is telling me they don't know how to use their intuition. Okay. Because the greed has taken over, they're just seeing that they have power. They're not seeing that they really shouldn't be doing it. Okay. They're kind of like, they'd be blindsided by it, right? They're not understanding that they're breaking the law now, right? It's one of those things. Like, you can't just, because you did it before, it was still illegal. You can't do it again. Okay. So in my hands are the the 4 of Swords and then the 10 of Swords. Okay. And the 4 of Swords in reverse with the 10 of Swords upright. This is endings. Like, something's about to end, which is why the manhunt started for this person. Spirit's obviously been trying to find this wizard that's been tucked away behind some curtain that's been fucking with you. Okay. And so much so that, they could have hurt you, or they could have put you on like permanent disability or something like that, or like made it seem like you needed so much time off because you were some basket case. No, like, you got hurt. Like, there was hurt there. And then they said, that you were crazy for feeling it. Oh, look. Oh, yeah. Because, they take. Okay. So heaven forbid you have a feeling about them trying to destroy your life. That's what it is. Okay. You had in their mind the nerve to care about your life when they felt like they're just allowed to just take from you. You don't care about your life. You're never supposed to care about your life. This is what people do. They come in and take things. What's so sad is when I do these readings, sometimes it's like, it's so sad because people have been so abused. Okay. And they don't know how inappropriate they're being and how abusive they're being because they were abused. And because when they were abused, it was, oh, this is just what happens. This is just what we do. It wasn't ever acknowledged. So then they go around and they hurt people. And it's like, I'm allowed to do this. I'm allowed to hurt you. I'm allowed to take this away from you. I'm allowed to, because they had somebody in their life that just constantly took from them and constantly said like, well, I'm your mother, I'm your father, I'm allowed to do this, right? So that gives them the mentality that they're allowed to walk into people's lives and do the same thing. And that's what sucks, is because they can't break the cycle. They continue to want the cycle to go on, whereas you're breaking it. You don't want anything to do with this. They're trying to uproot you, change you, get into your head, and it's not going to work. Okay. That something obviously was taken from you. Okay. Because then obviously you had to stop. Who is going to keep shadow boxing something? It's impossible. You're going to get knocked out by just how much power you're exerting against something that is invisible. Okay. So I think just because they have strong opinions about who you are and in your life, that does not give them the right to alter your life because of their opinion about it. Okay, people need to, and they need to understand the harsh realities of the things that they do. So when this person gets grounded for what they did, okay, it's not just going to be one thing that gets taken away from them. It's going to be about 4, 5, possibly 6 things that suddenly almost like deteriorate, start to fade away, pull away, because of the magnitude of what they did to you. I mean, think about it. When you do something to somebody, karma says it's times 3 as a punishment. So say somebody took a job away from you, and if, say, this job that you lost and you couldn't find another job for some people it takes months. Okay, let's say 6 months. Okay, you couldn't find a job. This person is going to witness in their own personal struggles 18, 20 months, no work. Because it's now times 3. Okay. And that could go on and on and on forever. Like, yeah, okay, they'll get punished for the, 16, 18, 20 months that they do. Okay. But then depending on their attitude while they're getting punished, does it go on and on and on? I mean, I personally know from experience, if I, in the past, fucked around with somebody, I didn't really know how powerful I was. So if I fucked with somebody in the past, you best believe something came through after my ass. Okay. And a lot of it was like not even knowing what I was doing. Like, I mean, you can't just sit there and curse somebody under your fucking breath while staring at them. Something is going to happen to them. Something's going to hurt them. Okay. And whether that's the prerogative or not, okay, whether that's the, absolution that somebody's looking for, okay, to make them feel better about somebody else. I mean, you kind of like are what you eat at this point. Like, you're going to eat something, you're going to bite off something that fucking big, then like, best believe you can get it back. Okay. So I think what this magician now, this wizard, literally wizard behind some fucking curtain, closet, door, I don't know. They're trying to not be seen wherever they are. Obviously the universe now has pulled the alarm. Or you pulled the alarm. Somebody pulled the alarm. And that's that 8 of Wands. Something's going to happen because of it. Like, when somebody pulls the alarm, everybody goes running out of the building. Okay. So whatever this is, you pull the alarm. Now everybody's going to go running, and it's going to either force the magician to come out because he doesn't know why the alarm's going off, or clearly he doesn't want to kill himself. Okay. He'll kill others, but he doesn't want to hurt himself. Okay. And that's where finally spirit might see them reveal themselves, only because their life now is at risk. What a reading to start off alive with. Jeez Louise. Okay. That was big. It was a little much, people. It was a little much. Ooh, yeah, let's roll the dice now. All right, next message. Next message. Ooh, that's good. Hope everyone's having a fantastic day. I think I've already said that, but I will repeat it because it needs to be said. I've had a great day so far, so. Okay. I want to say we have the South Node with the 10th house and Gemini. is weird because we already had a very, very similar message to this the other day, but I feel like you're going to meet somebody at work. I think there's going to be a lot of hookups in the next, what did you just say, 3 to 6 weeks? Oh, hey, Dave. Oh, I got Dave these shortcakes the other day. He was so happy. Dave's my elderly neighbor that has a really hard time with life and money and all this. And he just watches my back so much. And I just love he's so old. He's the best. Anyways, he's just in my backyard right now. Just watching the perimeter. Do the perimeter check there, Dave. There you go. Okay. King of Wands. This is what I mean. Right, that's a lot of energy to just come right out. King of Wands. Oh, okay. King of Wands with the Ace of Wands. The 3 of Cups. The 10 Presents. Oh my God, the 10 of Cups. No, the 10 of Pentacles and the 9 of Pentacles with the 3 of Cups. That is adorable. That's adorable. There's a lot of abundance coming, okay? Like a lot. A lot. There's the Hermit. Okay, so basically I feel like somebody is, I don't know, just about ready to pop their heads out, okay? 8 of Swords in reverse. It could be this King of Wands. They are... 8 of Swords is a very complicated energy where somebody feel like they can't speak, they can't say something. They have every opportunity around them to free themselves and to get themselves in a better position, but they're frozen in fear. Okay. So, which could be the Capricorn energy of the 10th house. But that's more like laws and government and, businesses and kind of like power tripping and authority figure, So I feel like if it's the 8 of Swords in reverse with this King of Wands, then that means that the King of Wands was sitting in the 8 of Needles for a while, unable to speak and unable to pull everything back together and get their, what's that saying where it's like, get your shit together, They couldn't really get their shit together, They were just very trapped, okay? So now that they have released that and now they're speaking again, okay, this person might have just literally kind of went silent, really kind of stopped speaking, okay? That's not just towards you, that was towards a lot, I think. Okay, so with the Hermit, I feel like they're just about to shine their little lights, all right? What's going on, She McGee? Holy fuck, where have you been? Long time no see. Ew, that's super creepy. What the fuck? Yo, add a little extra security there, girl. Okay, so this is who I feel like is just going to pop their little heads out, okay? And say something. Look at, pop their little head out. Look at this card. It kind of is like a pop your little head out. More like pop your head off, and then there's other things underneath there, okay? That's kind of how I feel like they're about to say something, okay? And there's the 9 of Cups. They have quite a lot to give. And Knight of Pentacles or Knight of Wands in reverse, I feel like just because they're sitting as the King of Wands with the Ace of Wands, it doesn't mean that they are a quick burnout, okay? Or, the 2-pump chump. It doesn't mean that, okay? It actually kind of means okay, yeah, they got a lot of fire and they've got a lot of action, but they don't move to the finish line. Like, I don't think this person's ever gotten married. They might have moved people in pretty quickly, but they don't rush to the finish line. Like, this person doesn't strike me as somebody who like fucks on the first date, stuff like that. Like, they just got it going on. They got it going on. That's how I feel. They got something going on. And that's why maybe, okay, so if there is somebody in your vicinity that you haven't spoken to for a while, like you feel like, why haven't you said anything to me? Why aren't you talking to me? Blah, blah, blah. It is because maybe they were so attracted to you that they had to kind of compose themselves until they found the right words, because they might have came at you way too aggressively. Okay? Like, way too aggressively, because they have a lot to give. Okay, there's a lot there. Okay, so 7 of Needles came out as well. It was sitting on the bottom of the deck, but with the 8 of Needles, I didn't really think I had to take the 7 of Needles, but it's the 8 of Needles in reverse with the 7 of Needles upright, which means the 7 of Swords. That's supposed to be the theft card. Although it doesn't really, it's just 7 needles. Like, it doesn't really tell you much. So I almost feel like, they've got 4 needles together, but then there's 3. So I kind of feel like, I don't know. There's the Chariot and the 5 of Cups and then the Knight of Pentacles in reverse. I don't know if this person drinks a lot. They might. And they definitely been holding back from you. If you were having a conversation with somebody, and you know how you can see when people are typing, right? And then you see them stop, and then you see them typing again, and then they stop, but they're not sending anything to you. This is that person, okay? Like, writing something down, but then they take it back. And they write it down and then they take it back. They're like really stuck on their words, which is why it makes sense that they were stuck in the 8 of Swords. They were really like tongue-tied. But this is really root chakra activated. Big time. That's why it wouldn't surprise me if you meet this person at work. There's a 3 of Needles. Something about this person, okay? I don't know if they just got their heart broken. Knight of Cups, Hangman. They might have been asked to leave a relationship. Okay, they didn't really want to leave the relationship, even though it really wasn't good, but they would rather stay in a shitty relationship than move on. Okay? This is probably them. Okay, so yeah, they've had some type of judgment. And they did not win. It did not go well. Okay? There's the Devil. Again, like, I don't know if they had a really bad separation with somebody and they kind of just drank their way through it. Hierophant in reverse. They could have gotten divorced from somebody who was like a stay-at-home parent, stay-at-home mom, some type of baker, baking things. There's the Empress. Yeah, head of the, I don't know, maybe this person lost a business because of this person, stuff like that. So they don't move quick. They're not ones to move quick because of what they just had. Like, this person's got a lot of scars. They had to really, weird. They really had to, they might have lost everything. They had to, like, put their whole shit back together. Oh my gosh, let's read the names on the list. Let's see if I can read them. All right, Thomas, Abigail, Edith, Sarah, Tyler, Susan, Catherine, Michael, Emily, Mark, Colin, Charlotte, Christine. That's it. I can't really read anymore. Oh, Elizabeth, Oliver, Dylan, Tyler. I think I said that. I don't know. Any one of those names rings a bell. It's on Santa's list. Okay, that's Santa's list. That's his naughty or nice list. That's the thing, is like some of these people, they got booked as naughty, okay? Or something came through and somebody that was naughty could have won everything. Okay, so this person is really fucked up. I mean, I think they were fucked up. You know what I mean? Like, everybody's got their story. This person's got a story. Okay, and they might have a couple of kids that they have to give alimony to every month. Like, you know, a baby mama, they got to give alimony to every month. It seems like they really only get to keep half their money. Okay, so, I mean, it's a person that's putting their life back together. Piece by piece by piece. Okay, which is maybe why they find you, you know, like just maybe you're working one day and this person comes in and, you know, you just kind of start this friendship. And then the friendship evolves as the two of you can give or not give. I don't really know all of the details, okay? But if it resonates, awesome. And like, if you want to know that kind of weird noises, if you can hear it in the background, there are these people that are using shovels to shovel the leaves off of the parking lot of the business beside me. You wouldn't even believe what this looks like. They're shoveling it like it's snow. Like, why don't you just get a snowblower? Why are you shoveling? Why are there shovels? And there's like 3 people doing it as well. That's the first time I ever seen people shovel leaves. That's just that, like, I don't understand what's happening. Anyways, I don't understand what's happening. I don't understand what's happening with this world. I hope everyone's having a good day. What's going on, Shimagi? What's going on, homie? You got your shit going on or what? Oh, God. Well, you know, get a fucking camera. I've been talking about cameras for like the last year now on this channel because my apartment got broken into for like a year straight. And you know how I noticed that they were broken in? They stole one of my Glade apple cinnamon candles. And I had just gone to good old Wally, okay, to get my Glade candles. Because in the fall, this place, like it stinks for some reason sometimes. It has this like old house smell, you know? And so I get Glade candles only in the fall. It seems to only be in the fall. And like this year, it's been fine. So what the hell's going on? But that's how I noticed he was breaking into my house. And like, you know what he was doing? He was just like fucking popping the lock, which like locks are a joke. Okay, let's be real. Popping the lock and going in. He took my peanut butter. He took my rice. He's taken bread. Took my Glade candles. Definitely took weed. Because, I mean, I just used to leave the weed. I had this weed man, like a weed head with the weed in it. And I used to just leave it in the kitchen. I'm pretty sure he just helped himself. I used to put my tip money in the freezer. You know, cold hard cash. And I'm pretty sure he just took money whenever he wanted. I just fed a man and possibly housed him for a year straight, not even knowing that he was breaking into my house. So, until he took my fucking candle. Like, I knew that things were missing. But, I mean, I have a sister. Like, I don't, you know, did you take the candle? Like, we don't walk around like that. If it's gone, it's either somebody's used it or it's gone. You know what I mean? Like, So it's not like I did an investigation on anything, but then finally with the candle, I was like, okay, I just went to Walmart and bought these candles. And then I knew my sister hadn't burned one because she was with me when we left the house. Boom. Cameras up that fucking day. Drove 3 hours out of town to go and get the one I wanted. Because like I was in town and I could have get these other ones, but no. I wanted a specific one that was motion censored to go on and off when somebody, you know, literally enters my premises. It's not, I didn't want a doorbell cam. I wanted an actual camera. And it saved my fucking life. Like, honestly, I don't know how much this guy was breaking into my house, but it was more than I was. Oh, and then there's also things like, because they could be breaking in when, like, you're sleeping, okay? It could be the land, who knows, right? Put fucking boards over your door, like in Enough, you know, J-Lo in Enough. She pulls that thing down, the board comes down. Fucking put a board over your door, put boards over your windows, or at least in the window crevice so that people can't open them. You know, you got to be fucking smart. You got to use this giant thing up here as much as possible because, like, you think you're living alone and you're safe and you're okay, you know, because you got locks on your doors. No. Locks, in my personal experience, locks don't do shit. People still get by them. But you know what they can't get by? Giant boulders and chunks of wood. Because they're not Supermen. So watch your shit, girl. There's some fucking weird stuff going on right now, so be careful. This is the NFA crew. We don't fuck around. And when something is being fucked around with, I'm going to whistle blow it. So don't worry about that. They are still shoveling out there. Fucking Shovelly Joe. Weird. Okay, what are we at? 37:51. I don't know how long I'm going to stay on. Ooh, let's do these cards. Let's do another message and see what comes up. Just for you, She McGee. Let's see. Somebody is definitely trying to, I think they're trying to be you. I don't really know how else to say that. I think they're really trying to be you. Okay, so what I'm getting here. Okay, I'm kind of feeling like somebody wanted you out of the picture so then nobody would notice how they were slowly becoming you. Somebody thought the answer was you. Like they didn't know who they were until they met you. And then they were like, okay, that's who I am. Crazy. I know. So they got so fucking obsessed with you that the only thing they could think about doing was destroying you, so then they could live out the obsession of being you. And get all the rewards for being you. Like, they could be the ones keeping you alive, right? Like, they do things that people think, oh, so-and-so used to do that, right? It's creepy. That's creepy. It's as if they make people remember you, but they're trying to be you. As if they're trying to become the memory of you. What? Because it gets people talking about you. Your family. Almost like they want recognition for acting like you, being like you. Because they're so obsessed with you that they change themselves into you. Honestly, you know what I'm getting? I feel like if you've had a hard time with your style for a while, don't really know what you like, don't really know what suits you, don't really know what to wear, it's because this person took all that out of your head. So if you have kind of found yourself like reinventing yourself and changing yourself, and that's so then they get left with the old version of you. And that's, I think in your mind, maybe that's okay. Like, fine, you can be the old version of me. You can make people forget me and remember me all at once. Like, I don't really understand what their ammo is, because if they didn't like you, they wouldn't want to be around you. But I think you think they hate you, yet they're so obsessed with you. And the hatred that you feel, which is non-existent, but they push it on you, that hatred is so then you will stop being you and they can become you. And then you'll become a different person. But the thing is that people evolve, they grow, they change every day. And I don't think they anticipated you. Fine, you want to take my old look? I'll reinvent another. Right? I didn't, and now they want that, they want that now. And it's like, if they go to that, like there was literally this chick who I feel was so obsessed with me when I had dreadlocks. She made fake dreads and put them in her hair instantly. And I was like, woohoo. there's this other chick I know who did dreads in her hair right away as well. Waited like 6 months or so. I was like, how obsessed with me are you? Because I mean, I just want to know from a scale of 1 to 10, because you go around telling everybody how much you hate me, yet you're copying my hairstyle. My hair. It's not fake. I got it all done myself. Like, but you know, like there's obsession, and then there's just delusion. Okay. And they can say it's flattery. I don't really find it that flattering. I kind of find it like, okay, that's a little much, but whatever, to each their own. I don't have to think anything about it. You know what I mean? Like, I try not to. Okay. It's like, I don't need to be judging, but at the same time, I'm like, what the fuck? But I'm not judging. Okay. But like, what the fuck, you know? So like whoever is so obsessed with you, okay, they are an absolute wreck, for one. Okay, they are sad as fuck. Obviously, being you is not been good enough. Okay, it's not giving them what you get because they can't be you. Okay, so they're trying to get things, and they've been told by the universe, okay, to stop, to leave you alone. Okay, they won't stop. They didn't want to stop. Now I'm getting Guns of Brixton. Is that what that song's called? Is that a Rancid song? I feel like that's a Rancid song. I feel like that's a Rancid song. Ha! Are you punk? You might be punk. I'm a little punk. I love my punk. Not gonna lie. Never gonna be like I dyed my grays out. Look at, it's like half purple now, half black, and then I left my gray on the side there because it's pretty much white. I was over kind of looking like I was old because I'm not old. I'm super young, but my hair is gray because I'm wise. So I changed my look today to half black, half purple hair. Try to copy me now, bitch. And I got these sweet white sideburns that are just natural, so you can't copy those. I wonder. It's like, you know, honestly, you know what I'm feeling? I feel like change your style. Like that, you know, like whatever. I mean, if it makes sense. And then watch who changes theirs. Oh, how the tables have turned, my collective. And like for the longest time, I only did semi-permanent. Right? Because I wanted to keep my gray. Like I wanted my gray to keep coming back. And then I got permanent today. I was like, I'm getting permanent. Fuck this. I'm changing everything. And it's powerful. Change is powerful. Okay? And when it comes in like a fucking pack of wildebeest. All right? You either get the fuck out of the way or you're going to get run down quick, okay? So whatever this is, I mean, it's crashed for a reason. This obsessee of yours, it's like, I mean, I think the reason why the universe is telling you about this person is because it's so obvious now. It's obvious. I mean, you might have had like some inclinations in the past, like I think somebody's copying my style, I think somebody is taking my look, but you couldn't really prove it, right? Because that's the thing, is it's hard to prove, especially if there's witchcraft involved and shit. Like you can't prove that. Like that's all shit done in another dimension. How are you supposed to prove what people are doing under their breath? Like, you know, you can't, right? So whatever this is, if you suddenly change your style, watch somebody change theirs. And it's going to be pretty obvious. And then you know, oh, yeah, okay, bitch. Now I know who's, you know, walking around saying to everybody how much they hate me, yet keeping my spirit alive because they're constantly doing things that make people think of you, which is so ironic. Why would they want people to think about you? That's what's weird, because then they want to be eventually you, but they can't because it's always about you. That's how that's how delusion works. I don't know how else to say it. Alice. Again, it's as if, there are rules in place. You have rights, and they just don't care. Because other people do it, so they can do it. And it's like, why don't you want to be yourself? Like, isn't that this world's biggest problem, is that nobody knows who they are? Don't you just want to be yourself, or find yourself? Find what's, hidden under there after all these years. Like, don't you want that? Don't you want goodness for yourself? There's panic with the garbage, and kiss the girls in reverse. They might just give up. Yeah, I kind of got confirmation. I think they're just going to give up. I think there's a certain delusional line, and once you cross it, you ain't going to come back. But this person, I feel like they've been riding that delusional line for a while. Okay, trying to figure out, like, do I go full in? It's almost like the sex change, the people with the sex change, like, do I really do this? Do I snip it off? Okay, do I pump it up? Like, do I go this far? Because it's shit or get off the pot time. Okay, that comes with every relationship, every situation, every job, every event that has happened in your life. It comes down to shit or get off the pot, because the thing is that people are relying on you. Okay, especially mission, your ancestors, they're relying on you, okay, to be authentic, to bring it to the table, to not be anything less than what you are, okay? That's what they need that, okay? Because there's too many fucking fakes, okay? How do you tell the authentics from the fakes? Because the authentics are changing their hair, doing shit, okay? But the fakes are right there with them, fucking toe to toe. Okay, but the authentics are always one step ahead. They have to be. Okay, so always think of that. These people that are obsessed with you, they're always a couple steps back. Okay, they don't find out what you do for a couple days or even months, depending on your social media and if you were even on social media, right? They might. It's hard to figure out the moves that people do. Okay, unless you're updating the world with your life 24/7. For no reason, then people aren't going to really be able to get much information out of you. Okay, so, I mean, whoever this person is, they have had their fair share of time being you. And now it's got to end, just like anything else. And that just means that there's a part of their life that's changing, and they can't be you any longer. They have to be themselves. They have to give it up. They can't keep doing it. It's like, it's almost, when you're trying for a position, or what is it? I think it's the Coast Guard. You have training, and if you don't pass your test, then you can come back and try again. But there's only so many times that you're going to be able to do that training and get that final test before they like, all right, no more. Like, you don't got it. You can't do it. You can't keep coming back and learning the same things and failing the test. Clearly, if you keep failing the test, you can't do it. You're not understanding something. Okay, so whoever this person is, maybe the next thing is maybe you become a fucking truck driver or some shit, okay? And you get an 18-wheeler and now you're off doing deliveries. Okay, well, they got to get their 18-wheeler license now. And maybe they're not going to pass. Okay, because it's out a little bit out of control. It's a little like, all right, like we got the point, like you either, change your fucking name to mine and just be done with it, or go back to being yourself. Okay. So obviously Spirit has kind of put some type of fire under their ass to be like, this, you got to end this. You can't keep doing this. You can't keep acting like somebody else. You're either yourself or pick somebody else, because you can't copy Collective anymore. We're done. Okay, because it's affecting you. That's the thing, is it's affecting your evolution by them holding you back in stages because they want to be you. You're moving. You're on the run all the time. You're walking, like you're not standing in one spot. I mean, sometimes you are, obviously eating, catching back up, sleeping, and then you're walking again. Okay, they can't expect you to stop walking and stop being yourself because they want to be a version of you that now no longer exists. It's in the past. It's like they got caught. It's for the last time. They can't do it anymore. They can't fake it anymore. You know that saying is like, what, fake it till you make it? They've been faking it for a long time, and they're not making it. It's not, no one's believing them. It's not believable. Right? It's still like, you're not being yourself. That's not, we know, obviously people know who this person is. Okay. Now, now you want to be somebody else. Okay. Chill out. Sit the fuck down. We know what you're doing. Okay. So anyways, what do we have? 56-38. I'm going peace out. Alrighty, I got some shit to do. I hope this resonated for you, obviously. Take what resonates and leave the rest behind. I will be around tomorrow and for readings, so I'll look out for that. And thank you for everything. All right. Have a wonderful Friday night. Peace out. Word to your mothers.